Gunners of Africa, and I'm here with Ash. Ash, 2-1.
It was a good game actually. The first half was a replica of what we saw against Lens. You know, taking the bull by the horn. You just from the final whistle you give it to them. Why they are still trying to understand what is happening? 1-2. You know that's how football is these days, and this is what champions are made of. I'll keep saying it. If you want to win the league, that is how you play in the first half. But if you want to win the league, that is not how you play in the second half. You get me? 90 minutes concentration if you want to win the league. Because the reason why we lost the league last season was first half concentration, second half you're not concentrating. You lose the league. So I did not like what I saw today in the second half. It was not encouraging. You get me? There's nothing like you score 2 goals and then you take your foot off the gear. No. Look at Pep. Pep is winning you 4-0. You still doing like this when his team is not scoring. Like, that's the mentality. You go 1, you go 2, you go 3, you go 4. You keep going. Well, I won't say they didn't create enough. They created enough today, but they were not clinical enough at the end of the day. Some misses from Gabriel Jesus, some misses from Leandro Trossard, and you know, Nketiah came on and nothing. There was nothing. We didn't see anything. So it was a good game actually. It was a good game. Kudos to Wolves, what they did in the second half. You understand, you know? And some time in the first half, there was a point where I saw this possession. I was like, what is this? 70-something, 30-something. So kudos to Wolves and kudos to MATHEUS CUNHA.
BUKAYO SAKA, our star boy. In recent times, like he has been very consistent this season. So what do you have to say about his performance today and like previously?
And God's child, first of all. When you're God's child, you know what that means. Because SAKA is a great example of improvement. You understand? It's a great example of a focused footballer with a goal. I'm chasing something, self-improvement. You get me? And this player, every season there's something to talk about. Look at Bukayo Saka last season. Look at Bukayo Saka upper season. Look at Bukayo Saka this season. It is not the same. Just 22 years. There are so many mountains to climb. And when I look at people saying, who is Bukayo Saka, who is this, who is that, I look at them, I'm like, man, this guy will walk into your team and bench your winger.
Who is your winger?
Who is your winger? A Barcelona fan was here crying today, talking about how Bukayo Saka is not this, Bukayo Saka is not that. And I was looking at him like, who do you have on your flanks? Flan Torres and Rafinha. Come on, man. Bukayo Saka is a player who gives you a goal or an assist every game. You expect it from him. You understand? You know, there was time he was talking about opponents doubling up on him. Yeah. And if you watch him now, he has found his way. If you like double up, if you like triple up, you can't stop him. You get me? So he's the new generation wing. He's the example of a new generation winger. You get me? Goals, assists, link-up play, dribbling, cutting inside, shooting, everything. Crosses, square playing. What do you want? Like, what do you want? Penalties. He knows how to finish. Like, what do you want? You understand? I was telling somebody that I didn't think Bukayo Saka was playing for Super Eagles. He will play at the top 9. You get me? Yeah.
So the first goal from Wolves, the goal from Wolves was as a result of a mistake by our own Zini boy. So and that was not the first time he made a mistake in this match, and even in our last match. So what do you have to say about Zini's recent, misbehavior and lack of concentration at that back?
I wouldn't say it's lack of concentration. If he didn't do, he didn't do. Like he even acknowledged that he doesn't know how to defend. He said it. That part of his game he needs to improve. You understand? So man, the thing is, for me, I've always said this guy should play as a midfielder. I've always said it. This guy should play as a midfielder. And now you have a Declan Rice in that place. You can comfortably play Zini as a midfielder. You get me? Because the truth is, whenever that guy is playing against a winger that is mad, there's problem. And if you watch Zini, when he starts getting tired, it's a different ball game. When he's still fresh, he's that guy. But when he starts getting tired, man, it's a different ball game. You get me? And today, I would say lack of concentration. He lacked concentration. He was tired, and if you ask me, Ben White is back. If Tomiyasu's injury is not serious, Tomiyasu, Ben White. If Timber comes back, Timber, Tomiyasu, or Ben White. Because I still have PTSD from what happened last season at Anfield. So Zin is a fantastic player. He's a good player. Going forward, is that player. You want him in your team going forward. Inverting, you want him in your team. But defending, I don't think it's that much.
Okay, so I feel like one of the most underrated defensive players now in the Premier League has to be Saliba and Gabriel Magalahaes. You understand? How would you rate their performances this season so far?
Even Gary O'Neill said it. They are incredibly physical and they are the reason why Arsenal can actually push front. Yeah. You know, when you look at Gabriel Magalahaes and Saliba, then you go back in time. Socrates,
Odino,
Mustafi. No disrespect to Luis, but Luis. You know, the Luis at Chelsea was different, but the one at Arsenal, oh my God. When you look at all these players and then you look at Gabriel Magalahaes and Saliba, they are young. They are young. They are, should I say, the best. They are the best in this league currently. You get me? They are the best in the league currently. Look at Saliba. Look at Gabriel Magalahaes. These guys are physical. They are physical, technical. When you're talking about concentration, I want to go back to the Lens game. Did you see that block? The one Gabriel Magalahaes celebrated. So these guys are good defenders, and going forward they are developing still. They are growing still. You know, when they start getting to their peak, 27, 28, 26, man, come on, man. You understand? So I feel like we are moving in the right direction. We are moving. I won't take it away from Jacob Kuro. Whenever he's being called upon, he does a great job. That's another very, very, very good defender who we are yet to see more of. So, looking at Magalahaes, Saliba, Kivio, and Timber, who is injured, then you look at what we had before. The level has really, really changed.
The level have changed. Talking about change of level here, according to stats, Arsenal, the goal SAKA scored made us score our 100th goal already this year. And we are just the 5th team in Europe that have scored 100 goals or more. We are talking of the likes of Man City, Bayern Munich, and then Bayer Leverkusen. So, where does this put us among the big boys already?
Shows you the level, shows you the improvement, shows you that the process was not a fluke. It wasn't just a saying. There was actually a process. And right now, we are among the big boys. You get me? You know, there are some teams that don't have to win those trophies for you to say, man, this team. You get me? Coming back to the Champions League after how many years, and we are topping our group in grand style.
Grand style.
You understand? Like, we've qualified already before the last game. You get me? So we're among the big boys. And I'll tell you one thing. People can actually argue, but the truth is, we have a young squad. We have a young squad, and so many teams currently in the world are trying to model Arsenal. You get me? People might say, oh, for the fact you did it. And I always tell them, if we did it, it didn't work. You guys won't do it. You're doing it because we have done it and it's working. And then everybody's trying to model us now. So the truth is, we are among the big boys. We create the trend and they follow. You get me? And the truth is, talking about the fact that we're among the big boys, we are still young. We are still very, very young. We have not even started. More transfer windows to come. To show you the level. Let me really talk about the level. To show you the level. Look at Kai Havertz, look at Chelsea's Kai Havertz, and look at Arsenal's Kai Havertz. That is the level. You get me? You come to Arsenal, and we look at you. We're trying to make you the player you were at Bayer Leverkusen, not the player you used to be at Chelsea. That is the level. So talking about where I rank us among the big boys, I think we're top there with the big boys.
All right. So back to today's game. Yeah, who was your man of the match?
Man, forget the fact that Gabriel just missed a lot of goals today. Man, that guy was something else today. Honestly, I enjoyed the link-up play. You know, the way he carries the ball. You get me? Like, he was a player today that the Wolves defense couldn't handle. All he just lacked was that extra thing we've always asked from him. Just finish, learn how to finish. But like you said, more on a common mind. If not finish, not define. You know, day, but link up, play, strength, he can do that. So I'll give it to Gabriel Jesus. It was a fantastic performance from him. And if you want me to still go further, I can actually give it to Martin Odegaard too. Martin Odegaard, he's back. He's back. And you know that whenever Martin Odegaard is in the game, you get me? And I will not forget my two guys at the back, Saliba and Gabriel Magalahaes.
Rolls Royce and what?
Rolls Royce and what did they call him? Omar Jeep. Oh, that Omar Jeep. The guy is big and physical.